and they live at Kevin Todd's in Reed City. Kevin Todd is the country vet up there. Then we have Tom Cummings with his horses, Bob and Jack. They'll pull second. And I'll double check it, but I believe he's in Nashville, as in Michigan. And then there's the Terry Berger and Craig Chambers pair that live, quote, the mailing address is St. Louis, but Julie Berger prefers Shepherd. But it's the Terry Berger and Craig Chambers, and it's Prince and Dan. And then our fourth entry is another of the Kevin Todd, Klein Hughes, and Sean Wickham entry, and they weigh 5,200, and their names are Tom and Beans. So does anybody want to warm up? Nobody wants to warm up, they can put on more weight.
Pulling right out the gate, pulling how much weight? From the little guy to the massive ones, the team and drivers are having fun. Start them off with the boat very light, then add weight to make it a fight.
Most of the time we have ropes and put them on the track, and it would be like 18 feet apart and 100 feet long, but it's really not necessary when you only have 4 pairs, and 4 pairs is a good, and you have 4 good pairs of horses. So now it is Tom Cummings. It's your turn, Tom. These horses weigh 5,000 pounds together, and their names are Bob and Jack, and I believe Tom lives in, quote, Nashville. We'll double check that because there's a number of our horse pullers that are from Nashville/Vermontville. They're next door to each other. Okay. It's a full pull for Tom Cummings. And there's a chain hook to the front of the truck, and it is 27.5 feet long. So when the tripod tips there, it's a full pull. But it's hard to communicate from the front of the truck to the person that is lifting the weights. You hear that, the noise. But they'll get it. It'll be good. Okay, that was Tom Cummings with Bob and Jack. Our next team is Terry Berger and Craig Chambers, and their mailing address is St. Louis, but Julie, who's sitting here next to me, who's the Secretary-Treasurer of the Michigan Horse Pulling Boat Association, if there's anybody out there that would like to be a member, Julie will take memberships. They're $20. So this pair, Klein Hughes is bringing in the horses. Terry's sitting on the truck. All right, full pull for Terry Berger. Our next entry is Kevin Todd, Klein Hughes, and Sean Wickham. This pair is 5,200, and their names are Tom and Beans. Tom and Beans. On the side of the truck, there's MHBA, that stands for the Michigan Horse Pulling Boat Association. We have a Facebook page, we have a Facebook group. You can get information on horse pulls on horsepull.com, horsepullresults.com. You can just type in horse pull and you'll get all kinds of information. But we have people sitting next to me are Jerry and Susie Carrick, C-A-R-R-I-C-K, from Howard City, and they're over here on their phones that are taking little video clips, and they also put this up on Facebook, and you can watch 10, 15, 20-second short videos. All right, Sean Wickham is going to drive this pair. Cool. Sean Wickham originally comes from Wisconsin, but he's with Kevin Todd in Reed City. Okay, full pull. Now, the truck driver, usually we always go for the tractor driver, but in this case we go for the truck driver. We need more weight. They have, I think it's like 2,050 pounds that they add for each pull. We'll know in a minute because Kevin Todd is out there very nicely changing the numbers, which really makes it really nice for the announcer because I can see what the weight is. It's kind of like sitting next to somebody and playing euchre and they don't ever know what trump is, you know? Like, it's the same thing with a horse pull. So this is going to be 3,500 pounds. 3,500 pounds. And Kevin Todd, it is his truck, and he runs the country vet there in Reed City. Great vet. He's the big animal vet, and his wife Barb is the small animal vet. Good place if there isn't somebody around here. All right, so we'll be starting the 3,500 pounds with Kevin Todd, Klein Hughes, and Sean Wickham with Rex and Frank. If it's not set up correctly, it has red lights, which is really kind of neat to have it set that way. So each team has 3 attempts to get hooked, and that counts as 1 trial. And then if that doesn't work, they get another 3 for their second trial. So they can go around 6 times before they have to hitch. Remember that part about it's really hard to bend and get the hook in the hole? You see the hook on the end of the truck, and there's a hook on the end of the Ebeners. I did this once. I missed the hook. I rolled forward. I rolled sideways in the horse manure, and I didn't do it again. Full pull. And it's just a matter of getting hooked and they pull together to do it. Okay, now we'll have Tom Cummings. Tom Cummings is one of our, we're really not going to ask age, but he's one of the younger ones. And I think this is his 2nd year of pulling, although he always came to the horse pulls with his father-in-law, John Cripe, but John Cripe passed away. Another one of those COVID stories, you know, you walk in the hospital with COVID and you don't walk back out. So Tom is pulling. great job. These things are like family affairs. There's a couple people with Tom. It's his parents. They come and they help. It's really nice. And that is his friend. She's the chain person. Now, being the chain person is not difficult, but it's one of those where the person that's watching the chain in the front, they don't get to see the horse pull. Okay, so we're going to have Tom Cummings with Bob and Jack. All right, good pull. We pull in many different places, and like yesterday we pulled in Bitely on a back street that was like a back street, gravel. Today we're pulling outside. Every place we go, the pull is different, and this is our first year. We're putting on the horse pull here for the Midland Antique Tractor Club. So that was Tom Cummings, Nashville with Bob and Jack, and then we'll have the Terry Berger Craig Chambers pair. They weigh 4,800, so they would be our lighter pair, but they're not light. You know, that's 2,400 pounds apiece. And Terry Bergers come sit on the boat. We do have a couple of young people that bring in their horses and they leap up on the truck, but you know, they're like 20 years old. Good pull. Good pull. And our last team, the boat, they love applause. You want to get some applause? Look at the ears of the horses when you applaud. Look at their ears. We hear you. We hear you. Okay, these are the lightweights. But they're well taken care of. All of these pets, they're all pets. They're trained athletes and they do work out. All right, and that's a full pull, and that's Sean Wickham.
Built a truck similar to this. Was actually started on a wagon. So all of you guys here actually like tractors and stuff, obviously, so they all have a horsepower, right? It's 60 horsepower, 120 horsepower. Well, a truck like this is how they actually develop what a horsepower is. So if you can pull this truck put 500 pounds on there and pull that 1 foot per second, that's 1 horsepower. So if you wanted to do the math, like this is 3750, time how long it takes to go 27.5 feet, you could figure out how much horsepower they're putting out. So that's how they develop that. As she said, you're really not pulling the truck.
Let's give them a round of applause for all that good information. And we know that you are tractor people and that you are interested in fluid hydraulics. All right, it's going to be 3750. 3750, and we will have the first entry from Kevin Todd, Klein Hughes, and Sean Wickham, and Kevin Todd is driving this pair. Now, yesterday we had a pull in Bitely, and Klein Hughes pulled those horses. Give another applause. Okay, the next team to play is Tom Cummings. And it's in the Bob and Jack. And now, if you pay attention, Shayla, who is our measuring chain person, she's pulling the truck. She is a strong lady. But on that chain, there are cow ear tags at 1 foot intervals, so when we get to a stage of this horse pull, because they go back and forth until one team pulls the most weight, somebody won't pull 27 and a half feet, and then we'll get a measurement. But in Michigan, the distance is 27 and a half feet. Florida, they pull in the winter, they pull 20 feet. And out in Maine, they have a whole bunch of different kinds of pulls, 10 foot, how many feet they can go in 5 minutes, 12 foot, single horse teams, triple horse teams. So someday in the fall, you could go to Maine and watch horse bulls. Okay, Tom Cummings is coming with Bob and Jack. And then we'll have Berger and Chambers. And that's one time away. They get 3 attempts, and that counts as 1 trial, and then they get another trial, so they get 3 more. So it's okay that they don't get it hooked. And it's really tough. You gotta bend, get the hook in the hole, and get out of the way. You'll notice that, quote, Tom is young. He's bringing in the horses, and he's stepping up on the truck. It's not good for us old folks to do things like that. Okay, we'll get a distance. Okay, now Shayla, or Shaylin, excuse me. Shaylin is doing the measuring chain. This is the first time, so I'm going to show her how to get a distance. And this cow ear tag stuff is really great. Years ago, we go to pulls and we had to get out the tape measure and start at the beginning. Not good. 26 feet 9 inches. 26 feet 9 inches. Let's give him a round of applause for that. Now, he only needs 27.6, okay? He passed his second, and he can come back and take a third, but he was so close. They can pass at any time, and 26.7 is real close. Okay, we have Berger in Chambers. Okay, Terry Berger's up on the boat. Excuse me, the truck. And he's got Prince and Dan. All right, the tripod tip. Tripod tip. Okay, they did a great job. You notice the weights went up there. But once they get the horses going, please do not make noises. The horses are voice trained and they can't tell the difference between will and go. So if you please not cheer and encourage them until after, they'll stop. And then you'll have somebody that's pulling horses angry. Okay? So that's a full pull for Terry Berger and Craig Chambers. Kevin Todd, Klein Hughes, and Sean Wickham. It's your load. They're 5,200 pounds, and it's Tom and Beans, and they're all out of, quote, Reed City, but they're really in Hawkins. But Hawkins doesn't have a post office, okay? But you're watching this, and they hook on, and they pull that chain out. It pulls the weights all the way up to the top, and they want to keep the weights up at the top, because as it comes down, the resistance is greater, and it makes it harder for them to pull. Okay, we have Sean Wickham. He's going to come out, and he's going to pull Tom and Beans. Get a distance. Oh, I love a glass. 24 even? Okay, 24 even. All right, he's on hitch, so we're going with he's passing the second, but he can take a third. Yeah, he can take a third. And now they're moving the truck, and you'll see the truck passes, it pulls with a skid. The skid is on my side. So when they park it, the truck will be on the skid so that it just looks like they're pulling the truck, but they're not. Okay, now we have Tom Cummings has 26 foot 9 inches. Tom Cummings can come back and take a third. And when they have a third, they get a choice of direction, or they get to spot the truck. They can put it where they'd like to put it, but not on a gravel road. So have to decide if is Tom coming? Has he picked? Tom's coming. He's picked his spot. He's happy with that. You get to pick your spot. Not that any spots look better than the other, but ladies, you'll be happy to know this is the only sport that I know of where you can pick your direction, and it's the only sport where men actually ask for directions.
Adam, can I go down to here?
I'm not Adam, but you can pick your spot. You can pick any spot you want. Yeah, right. No, you can't move it to another field. But yeah. Get to pick your spot.
We're on the gravel driveway.
The gravel driveway would pull better, yeah. But at all of our pulls, most of our pulls are on the stone boats with the concrete blocks in. It varies as to what kind of surface. Those racetracks are really, really hard to pull on. And let me tell you about the racehorse people. The racehorse people do not want stone boat or a truck messing up their track. They don't want us on their track. And they're quite firm about that. But it's okay. All right. Terry's moved the truck. That's Terry Van Heitzma up there. We have Shaylin, the measuring chain, and the guys are going off to get Tom Cummings horses. And he had 26 feet 9 inches. Now, I've been doing this a number of years. I'm Mary Kay Darnell. My late husband Darnell pulled for years, and his father pulled. until I sat with my sister-in-law, I didn't quite understand some things. They don't get to add the distances together. They have to do 27 feet, 6 inches in one continuous pull. She thought they should be able to add the distances. They made it look like it was easy. Good job, Tim. Okay, we have the Kevin Collins. Fine heat, June, the end of this is 24 feet. They do have a choice of direction, or excuse me, they get to spot the boat. They get to put the boat where they'd like. Okay, Sean Lincoln's coming up. Climb up in the boat. Climb up on the truck, excuse me. All right, cool. Good job. This is Sean. Tom and Dean are round of applause. They're making it look easy. Okay. Truck driver, we need more weight. Use half of the horse pulls, so you can do with the Michigan Horse Pulling Boat Association Facebook page or group. We have both. I have a number of friends on my page, which is Mary Kay Darnell, because they want horse pull information, and Julie Berger over here, our Secretary Treasurer, she's got a Facebook page too. Okay, so Kevin Todd is on the boat. Excuse me, I've done boat pulls for 20 years. Kevin Todd is on the truck. And Klein is bringing in Rex and Frank. So this is the Todd, Hughes, and Wickham entry on 4,000 pounds, which you can't relate to, but that's really heavy. That's a heavy load for the truck. All right, they pulled her, and you'll notice how hard they work. They got toe cleats and they're pulling. Okay, Tom Cummings, it's your load. Now, I think Tom Cummings has been out once or twice this year. He's young. He has a job. All right, you got a distance of 6'9" in the line. Okay, so I believe that's passing your second. And then Terry Berger and Craig Chambers are going to pass. We're fixing the line. What are we doing? What are we doing, Julie? He's going to pass the second. Okay, he's got 6'9". He can pass the second. Okay. All right, the Terry Berger, Craig Chambers team is going to pass. This is their first outing. We're excited to see them out. So let's give Terry Berger and Craig Chambers a round of applause. Thank them for coming in. Okay, so Berger and Chambers have passed. This is the Kevin Todd, Klein Hughes, Sean Wickham entry, Tom and Beans with Sean Wickham driving. He can pick his spot. We want to thank all of you for coming to watch our horse pull and the Midland Antique Tractor Show. Thank you. So please be quiet while the horses are pulling. You're doing a great job, crowd. So it's difficult to bend and get the hook in the hole.
That was close.
And then it needs to stay in and not jump out.
Pretty close.
As being a hitcher is a skilled position. The other horse pullers are helping.
Look at
They
it,
just
almost
don't
kicked
get
Adam.
volunteers out of the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give them a round of applause. They tried. They tried. Okay, and we can testify to the ability of the pullers. They very nicely, they didn't run us over. Okay. so you're gonna stand on 7'9"? Okay, all right. So Tom Cummings is, do we have a distance for Tom Cummings? 2'2", okay. So that's fine. And Klein Hughes with the fourth entry, the Todd Hughes and Wickham, they have 7'9". They're going to pass. So I think that's the contest, folks. And that means that the first entry of Kevin Todd, Klein Hughes, and Sean Wickham crossed the 4,000, and they will be your first place team. The Todd Hughes and Wickham second entry will be number 2, and then Tom Cummings will be number 3. So let's give these guys a round of applause. He's going to undo the...
Pulling right out the gate, pulling how much weight. From the little guy to the massive ones, the team and drivers are having fun. Start 'em off with the boat very light, then add weight to make it a fight. In unison, every team must work, digging together, tearing up the dirt. The horses soon hear go, go, go. They'll give a throttle till they hear whoa. Good luck to all who put on a show. They all competitors that we know. It'll soon be over, that's no bull. We'll be back soon to watch the next horse pull. Pulling right out the gate, pulling how much weight.
Hey, thanks for watching, and please hit the subscribe button.